Hello, everybody, and welcome to Bathmat Reviews, where today we are going to be talking about Transformers Studio Series Revenge of the Fallen. The Fallen. The Fallen has fallen, and he's getting revenge. So now it's time to review him. Because, this dude is sick. Personally, I think I like the Age of the Primes, Fallen Megatronus Prime more. But that might be recency bias, because I just got him. I'm planning on reviewing him soon. He's sick. But we're not talking about him right now. We're talking about this version of Megatronus Prime, a.k.a. The Fallen. And, yeah, he is also sick. And before we review him, let's do a good old-fashioned box review. And here he is. You got The Fallen. You have that artwork of The Fallen looking all cool and evil. And then you have Transformers Revenge of the Fallen Studio Series of The Fallen. Ignore the glare. You have 91. You have Transformers. You have that artwork again. You have Revenge of the Fallen. You have the bottom. You have The Fallen again. You have this. Got big screen inspired. You have 17 steps. He turns from this into this. Spoilers for one of the funniest gimmicks ever. And then you got that bio that's boring. And then you also have the display thingy for when it looks like right when this airstrike happened. Or, no, maybe. I don't know. A big dust cloud, an explosion. So, yeah. Very cool. Anyway, let's get into this guy. And let's talk about accessories. So, his first accessory is, well, two accessories that are, let me split this here. Get out of the way. My goodness, this guy is big. He's definitely worth the retail price. I don't know what he is now, but, so, here is his real long spear staff weapon that is pretty cool. It segments into two parts for, well, storage and vehicle mode, but also so that he can hold it. And you do that by slotting it into his weird 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. His eighth, like his thumbs? Yeah, he has weird hands. And then you can swoosh, whoosh, and all that. And, yeah, pretty cool. And then he also has one more, but we'll get to that in a second because it's hilarious. But, yeah. Now, I'm going to remove this, just get it out of the way for the movement thingy. Articulation. My gosh. You'd think that I haven't been doing this for months already. Wait. It's April as of time of recording this. When did I post my first video? I think it was in January. So, wow, 4 months? 4 months-ish. Well, it's more of, I know I started posting at the end of January, so it's like, I guess 3 months and like 2 weeks or something. But that's kind of crazy. And yeah, so let's get into articulation because he is weird. He has a lot of articulation points. I just can't figure out the best way to use them. So first off, I'm going to start at the head because the arms scare me. Head on a ball joint. You got up, down, left, right, all that jazz. Then I'm skipping over the arms because I don't want to do them. You got forward that far, back that far, out that far. You have a swivel at the thigh, then you have a swivel at the knee, then you have a very small knee bend, and then you have a swivel at this part, which is for transformation, but you can use that. And then the feet you have, they are on a hinge, a double hinge system, so you got forward and back, and then you have, if they're back, you got side to side, And then you have movement at the toes. And so, yeah, that's also for transformation. Now we get to the arms. So the arms are like this. And so there is a lot of stuff that you can do with them. I just don't fully know how to get it there. It also doesn't help that these aren't the best ball joints. So the arm can... Okay, I'm gonna try and keep it in the socket, but yeah. So the arm can move out that far without popping out of the socket. But then if it's down here, you can like adjust that more. And this is cool because as that bends, that bends. So you can kind of get that there, but then you also have a... It's a lot. Anyway, the easiest thing to do is pop this out because believe me, it will pop out. These are separate pieces that you have to put on out of the box. So you just slot those on and then have that, and that is that. But without this, it's very easy. You got out, you got up, you got out at this part as well. You have a swivel here. He does have gorilla arms in his base stance, but I mean, you can just rotate everything like that. You have a bend here that gets real high up, and then you have... Man, just using all of his joints is kind of weird. So then you have a swivel at the wrist, and then you have up and down at the hand, so he can... and then... Well, I just... Hold on. Don't look at me, I'm not decent. Oh. Then you can... well, and with this pegged on, it's a lot less articulated, but... this can move like that, and so that opens up a whole wide variety of stuff. So ideally, everything should work. But what I would suggest is if you're going to do a more unique pose, disconnect, like this will probably be disconnected, and then you can just move it to a spot where it looks correct, like roughly like that or something. I don't know. I'm not going to take the time to do a crazy pose to figure out how to do that. And, oh yeah, this is also on a ball joint, or on a swivel. So... Again, there is a whole bunch of joints that should be able to use in a lot of unique ways. I just don't know how to use them. Also, nothing at the waist, due to transformation as well as just everything else. Now, let's get to his final gimmick that I think is very funny. You can do what Optimus does in the movie and tear off his face. Oh my goodness. Why? And it also reveals one more... bit of articulation, which is a screaming mouth gimmick. You can tear off his face and he can scream in pain. Why? I'm so happy for it. But now I just gotta wonder why every time that they make a leader class figure, they don't have how they die as part of the gimmick. Like, you could tear off his face. Oh, this figure is amazing for that reason and that reason alone. Just, well, this figure is good in other ways, but that just, oh my goodness. You can tear off his face and he can scream in pain. Whoever designed this is sick. It needs help. But also, please don't stop designing stuff. That's hilarious. Anyway, you can slot the face back on, and it does not hold on the greatest, but you can eventually get it there, and that it'll stay, and yeah. And so, yeah. That's that. Now let's get into size comparisons. Also, just one thing. Two things, I guess. One, this figure's ankles are rather loose on mine, so it makes standing him a bit of a pain. And two, this is one of the largest weapons for a regular-sized figure I've seen. Like, this is currently touching the ground. Like, see, proof, and it goes over him. Like, that is a long staff weapon. He can do a lot of stuff. And, yeah, so let's do size comparisons. Here he is with my previous review. Wasp, or, well, again, the box says Waspinator, but this is before he would have been turned into Waspinator. So, Wasp. Then you have the prime unit of measurement. And then you have Batman. And yeah, so that's about it. Now let's get into transformation, which is, it's fine. It's really nothing crazy. It is just, surprise, surprise, the guy that looks like this doesn't have the best transformation as far as hiding goes. He turns into a thing that, in a court of law, would definitely have to be said, that's a thing. And nobody could say that that is not a thing. But anyway, so first take these little bits, flip them down, come to the back here, and unpeg these. And this is a bit of an interesting way of getting around parts forming. And yes, these will probably pop off fully. I don't have any tips. They just probably will. But yeah, so take these and pop them off and have them loosely hanging there. And then let's get into this. So lift up the head, bring for the chest forward, and then bring that up and cover the face. And this is really annoying because it tends to bump the bottom of the face, which means it dislodges the face. And I just wish the head could tab in a little bit better. But put that over and just kind of put that there. It'll rest there like that. Then just take the arms, bring them back. And then, this is just weird. So, go down to the legs, straighten out the feet, rotate that back, and rotate. I'm just trying to remember how to get everything. Take this part, bring that back, and then, was it like that? I don't know. I have trouble remembering the transformations that are nothing sometimes, because it's like, there's really nothing to work off of. Like, you just fold this up. Like, I know what to do, but just kind of do it instead of anything. Like, yeah. Okay, I think I got it. So, yeah, starting from back here. Oh my gosh. There's not enough room on this table for this weird-ass transformation. So, take this, bend and twist, and this will come down like that. Same thing on this side. Just rotate, and then make sure it'll do that. Take all of this, bring it back, rotate that out. I said out. That still doesn't feel right to me. Is it that? No, that's not right. It's... Hold on. Yeah. Got it. Okay. You just bring it up like that. That's what I thought. And then you just question everything because... so this tabs in there like that. And it won't tab in the best. Take this, and this part tabs in right there. And that will also not tab in the best. And then you take this part and take this, bend it down at this angle or something. And this is the worst one to tab in because it just doesn't seem like it wants to ever. But take this, line it up, pray that you don't dislodge the other two things as you tab this in. But tab that in, and then tab that in again. And then those three mediocre tabs create one pretty solid tab that will stay together. And yeah, then push the hand down and then do the same thing on this side. So tab this in. And tab this in, and I said tab in where... Oh, I forgot to rotate that. I forgot to finish transforming that foot. So rotate, close that, bring that there, tab in. I said tab in. Please just work with me. Tab in, then take this part and tab this in. I said tab this in. I said tab this in. I said tab this in. Thank you. Now, just adjust everything. Question why these parts love to untab themselves. And bring that all down and in. And there you have one of the vehicles that is a thing of all time. And then just adjust it so that you get everything kind of facing the way that you want to, and then question why it's not, and then be too afraid to move it because everything will unpeg. And quite frankly, I'm not a big fan of this. It's fun in concept, and I know they had to add something, but it just doesn't really work the best. Like, peg this in and peg this in, by the way, for the storage. And yeah, then check everything to make sure it hasn't untabbed and see that it has again. It doesn't feel solid. It's not even a real looking mode. He looks great in robot mode, but the transformation just, it ain't cheap. It ain't it. It feels really slapped together, and I don't know. It's fine. I don't really care. I'm gonna have him displayed in the what's it called mode, robot mode, because that is phenomenal. I think it looks great. I love the weapon. I love the face tearing gimmick. It's great. But the vehicle, if you can call it that, just really ain't it. And yeah, with a lot of messing with it and slowly adjusting everything, you can get it to lock in pretty well and look all right. But when the best it's going to look is all right, I just don't really care. But yeah, like, overall, this figure is still really good. The vehicle mode, while being the robot mode is fantastic. It's way more posable than you'd expect, even though you kind of have to work around stuff and get it. Like, he's great at holding poses. He's great. He's just really good looking. He looks like he did in the movie. And I think overall, depends on how you feel about the transformation, but I would say he's still worth it. And so, yeah, that's about it. Thank you all for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Comment down below what characters I should review next. And follow me on YouTube and TikTok. Bye. Whoosh.